What is up, everyone? I am Joe Schmmo, in case you haven't heard. This is a very weird intro now that I think about it. But I am here to talk about something that maybe some of you have never heard about, which I kind of get if you haven't been in the manga sphere. You might have not come across them, but you might have. And these are basically one-shot mangas. And if you don't know what one-shot mangas are, they're basically like 4 to 18, I think my notes say. 4 to 18 like panels of different things, of different stories. It can be short, like quick, like, you know, test taste, or it can be like up to, these are on average 4 to 18, but I've seen some that go 50, 60 like panels. And it's a nice, good taste of what the author has to bring to the table. Now, throughout this, I'll be showing different shots of different one-shot mangas. Hell, on Facebook, I'm in a group about one-shot like mangas and wholesome mangas, and one-shots come up all the time, from talking about a succubus where she married her high school like sweetheart, now they're in their 50s and not having sex, and like how that develops, to a guy falling in love with a gairu who's an otaku, to like it varies. There's a lot of different things that I can bring to the table. Now, a lot of people ask, well, why do these exist? Well, for one, it gives you a very good taste of wholesomeness in your life if you really need it. Then it also allows people to like break out, I guess. So there's a lot done by unknown authors, and it actually allows you to get a taste of what they bring to the table, what their art style looks like, and what their storytelling is like. Then there's also been some that, from being the one-shot itself, they have broken up into their own series, and I'll show examples here if I can find them. I don't know any off the top of my head, but that's what Editor Kyle's for. Then some of them were even done by famous people. For best example I can think of one-shots, a guy who did ReZero. A lot of people fell in love with Rem. Well, that wasn't his idea. He made Rem as a throwaway character. Well, a lot of people fell in love with Rem, and they were upset that, you know, Subaru chose Emilia. Well, so he came out and said, well, here you go. This is what would happen if Subaru chose Rem, and ended up with them having kids in some cottage somewhere, being enjoyed, like enjoying life, just being together, the whole 9 yards. And that was to appease the fans that were rioting and throwing pitchforks and trying to set his house on fire. But my point stands that even famous mangaka like will make one-shots to give alternate endings or to taste test different things. Like another good example, Nisekoi, at the very end of volume 25, they released a one-shot of basically the kids of the characters, and seeing if people would like it to continue, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people did, but they, haven't continued it at this point in time. But the one-shots are there to bring out new ideas, to bring out different concepts, to possibly, they get popular enough, they can make full-on stories. I'm pretty sure half these volumes back here I have in my collection, they probably were one-shots at some point, and people were like, we love it, let's go. The big thing with one-shots is they can be very good publicity for the upcoming author, as well as great original ideas, like I said before. My favorite one that I've come across was the one where they were like 55. It was the guy she met in high school, and then her. They were both age 55, and, she doesn't get older, but he does. And she's concerned that he's not in love with her anymore. And it goes through her whole ordeal, if I could speak properly, her whole ordeal about whether he's cheating on her or if he's falling out of love with her. And it like shows that he's never stopped loving her at the end of it. It's really nice. And then there's other ones, like the gairu one. I have a thing for gairus, I'm sorry. I don't know why. But throwing them on top of it, that are otakus. Oh, God. Oh, I love it so much. So it shows a story of a regular, like, video game, like, gacha otaku, and a makeup otaku, a gairu. And it just shows them forming a relationship and doing all that stuff. It's really nice. So I love the fact that one-shots are their own original ideas, that they are their own concepts themselves. And the fact that nowadays you can just put it on Twitter or put it on the internet where people can read them, and it's a good way for publicity overall, especially if you're trying to get out there. My best thing with them, though, it's a good way to kill time, and if you really need a pick-me-up, there's a lot of them out there that you can just pick it up. 5 minutes to read, you feel great about your day. That's what I've really come across when reading these one-shots. A lot of them just pick me up, make me feel good. They all have such good art. They have such good stories. Some of them are even teared up a little bit at the end. That's how well-paced and how good the story was to make you be like, I can understand, I feel. And some manga don't do that or they spread it out and, you know, take a long time, like, I don't know, like Food Wars up here. Whoop. It's 35 volumes and it takes a long ass time to get stuff across. It was great, don't get me wrong. Food Wars was amazing. But with the one-shots, you can get those feelings across better, quicker, so on and so forth. So here's my little introduction to one-shots. If you really want to know more, just look them up. Go on the internet, look up, what is it? Manga one-shots, and then you should be able to find them. Find them on Facebook. You can look up like wholesome manga groups or whatever, because that's where they pop up all the time. They're everywhere. You just gotta look for them, and you gotta. It won't take that long. I don't even say that long of research. You just gotta type it in and look for it, and I think it will help increase your taste palette. You'll get different wantings for different things and so on and so forth, but that's just me. So I hope this video gives you a little bit of an insight on what one-shots are, because I don't see anyone talking about them, so I did this quick video just to get it out there and see what people say. So let me know if you come across any one-shots. I'm always looking for titles. I'm always looking for different things. So let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later.